Welcome back guys. Little Nightmares 3 was released on PC platform a few days ago. In this video I'll be testing the game on my Rog Ally that comes with Windows 11 Radeon 780M GPU based on RDNA3 architecture. I'll be showing you how to use INT8 version of FSR for Upscaler in conjunction with XeSS frame generation. XeSS low latency mode will also work. We'll be using Optiscaler mod to achieve this. The game comes with DLSSG frame generation implementation. It also supports a Streamline version newer than version 2. So I'll be using DLSSG via Streamline as the frame generation source for enabling XeSS frame gen. This way we won't be required to deal with hotfix. The game also comes with FSR version 2 and XeSS Upscaler version 1.2. Both of these upscalers produce a very average looking image quality. They make the game world look a bit blurry. Also produce noticeable texture shimmering in the background. It's highly recommended to use FSR for Upscaler in this game. It's a puzzle platform horror game that follows two new child protagonists, Lo and Alone, as they navigate through the nowhere, trying to escape from a looming threat. I'll be playing the game's demo. First I'll run it without any mods installed. The game is selling on Steam Store for around $40 US. In India it's priced at around Rs 2500. Adrenaline settings for the game: FreeSync on. I have set the UMA buffer size to 4 GB. My Ally is running on BIOS version 342. Install Ally's latest official GPU driver that adds support for Battlefield 6. Using a 27 watts manual profile, all three power values set at 27 watts, 900p resolution, CPU boost disabled. I'll be using RTSS and Afterburner to show you the performance stats. Just open RTSS, click on Setup, scroll down to the end and make sure Enable Frame Rate Limiter and Engine NVIDIA Reflex Latency Marker settings are disabled. Just enable. Use Microsoft D2's API hooking setting. Launch the game. FPS in this game stays within a range of 50 to 70 on Rog Ally with most of the settings set to ultra, resolution set at 900p, Upscalers preset quality, but the game does exhibit some stuttering whenever we enter a new area. Game uses Unreal Engine 4, so I am not surprised. In-game video settings, display mode set to windowed full screen required for using XeFG, resolution 900p. I am using the in-game XeSS Upscaler, anti-aliasing quality set to high. This is basically the quality preset of the Upscaler. Medium is basically the Upscaler's balance preset, and low is basically the Upscaler's ultra performance preset. I'll stick with high. VSync off, frame rate limit off, advanced setting, bloom, post processing and depth of field settings set to low. Rest of the settings set to ultra, including ray tracing. Here we are in game. Story mode can be played in either solo or co-op mode. I am playing it in solo mode. My companion is AI controlled. Now just observe this hole in the wall. Its textures are producing a sparkling effect. I think the surface here is wet. Old Upscaler struggle to render wet surfaces properly. I'll show you some combat. FPS here is close to 57, hitting the GPU bottleneck. Use my bow, kill the insects. Here that sparkling effect is produced again in the background. See, I just switched to FSR 2 Upscaler, 57 to 60 FPS. Apply. Reload the same checkpoint. It's a bit dark in here. We are getting a slightly higher FPS with FSR 2 Upscaler compared to XeSS Upscaler. Unfortunately, that sparkling effect is still present. Here FPS was close to 57 with FSR 2 Upscaler. I beg your pardon, with XeSS Upscaler, but with FSR 2 Upscaler FPS is close to 67. Combat time. Took out the giant insect. There's a sparkling effect. Slightly less sparkling is produced with FSR 2 Upscaler. Okay, now I'll show you how to install Optiscaler mod. I'll be using Optiscaler mod version 0.9 preview for 20250922 build, available on Optiscaler's Discord server. We'll give the link to their Discord in the description. Just click on the .7z link here. Optiscaler Streamline spoofing is not enough to unlock the in-game DLSSG settings, so I'll be using OptiPatcher. This way we won't be required to use DXGI spoofing. We'll be using version 0.32 of OptiPatcher. It's available on GitHub. Scroll down until you find the set section, expand it, click on a .asi link, download will start. FSR SDK was leaked a month ago. It included files corresponding to the INT8 version of FSR4 Upscaler. These files could be used to compile an FSR4 DLL. Big thanks to Reddit user athlete-dependent926 for doing this and sharing the file with the community. Just click on the Go file link here. From this page, you need to download AMD Fidelity FX Upscaler tx12.dll file. Just click on download here. Download will start. Open Optiscaler Mod Setup file. Just select the highlighted files optiscaler.ini, optiscaler.dll, leave XeSS_fg.dll, XeSS framegen file, txlan version of XeSS super resolution not required, leave XeSS.dll file, XeSS super resolution, leave XeLL.dll file, XeSS low latency mode, fake NV API.ini, fake NV API.dll. Fake NV API will replace the Ingame. Reflex implementation with either anti-lag 2 or XeSS low latency mode. Ingame mod not required. Vulkan version of Fidelity FX not required. Select all of the DX12 versions of Fidelity FX files. Right click, copy. Just need to paste these files in the game's install directory. Select the game in your Steam library. Right click, manage. Click on browse local files. Open SMG 031 MP folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder. Paste everything here. Now we just need to change the name of optiscaler.dll file to dxgi.dll. Select the file, right click, rename, type dxgi. That's it. Now I'll install the INT8 version of FSR4 Upscaler. Just copy its AMD Fidelity FX Upscaler tx12.dll file that you downloaded from Reddit. Need to paste it in the game's install directory where we install Optiscaler mod. SMG 031 MP folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder right here. Replace the existing file. Replace. Now in this directory where you install Optiscaler mod, create a new folder and name it as plugins. You need to paste OptiPatcher.asf file in this plugins folder. Just copy OptiPatcher.asf file that you downloaded from GitHub. Open the game's install directory. Open SMG 031 MP folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder, plugins folder. Paste the file here. Now go back to a directory where you install Optiscaler mod. In this directory, look for a file name optiscaler.ini. There it is. Open it. Scroll down until you find the spoofing section. Under this section, look for a line name dxgi. There it is. Just set it to false. This will disable DSGI spoofing. Scroll down again until you find plugin section. From here just set load ASI plugin to true. Click on file, click on save, close. We are ready to run the game. Play. In-game video settings. Using the same settings as before. Just set anti-aliasing to DLSS. Anti-aliasing quality high. Apply. Rest of the settings left as they are. Jump into the game. Once the game loads up, just open Optiscaler mod menu by pressing the insert keyboard key. I'll increase its size. Click on the drop down bar next to menu UI scale. Set the value to 1.2. Upscaler selected. XeSS version 2.0.2 FPS 57. So I'll just change the upscaler to FSR 3.x. Click on change upscaler. Now Upscaler is set to FSR 4.0.2. It's the INT8 version of FSR Upscaler. Input in-game DLSS. DXGI spoofing it's off. Auto Explorer setting on. Model settings set to default. It automatically selected model 1, which corresponds to the quality and ultra quality presets of in-game Upscaler. Frame generation disabled for the time being. I'll also enable Optiscaler's performance overlay. Expand FPS overlay section. Check this setting. FPS overlay enable. Full plus graph. Scale set to 1.3. Base resolution 1066 by 600 pixels upscale to 900p resolution. Save INI close. Yeah, now we are getting around 54 FPS. The image quality is looking noticeably sharper. Some sparkling is still present around the hole. The effect has been reduced considerably by FSR4 Upscaler. Upscaling cost is around 4.6 milliseconds. Observe the background, barely any sparkling is produced. Highly recommended to use FSR for upscaling in this game. In XeSS Upscaler, we were getting around 57 FPS here. Oh no, that bug took me out. Now I'll show you how to enable XeSS frame generation. Just open Optiscaler Mod menu, click on the drop down bar next to FG source and select DLSSG via Streamline as the option. Click on the drop down bar next to FG output and select XeFG as the option. Click on save INT8, close, restart the game. After restarting the game, just set anti-aliasing to DLSS frame generation. Setting got unlocked, anti-aliasing quality set to high. Rest of the settings same as before. Jump into the game. Once the game loads up, just open Optiscaler menu, check the setting active under frame generation XeFG. Current Streamline FG state on, frame time graph became thick. Debug view, if XeSS frame gen is working, you'll see these purple sidebars flickering. There's barely any HUD in this game. Debug view disabled. I'll just use XeSS inspector app to verify the status of XeSS features. Just minimize the game, run inspector app. From this list, select Little Nightmares 3, double click. XeLL context, low latency mode on, can see the valid frames getting generated. XeSS frame generation context, yeah, it's running as well, all good here. Back to the game. FPS is around 78 now. I'll be honest, it's very difficult to gauge the smoothing effect of XeSS frame generation in such a game. 2.5D gameplay, camera movement is very restrictive, but XeSS frame generation is not causing any performance regression, so you can use it if you want. No harm in using it. What I'm trying to say, engage in combat. Yes, 75 FPS, not bad. Need to take out the bugs quickly. I'm playing as low. His weapon is a bow. Alone's weapon is a wrench. I think I cleared the area. Jump here. I go through this hole. Made to the next area. Platforming elements. And there's a hole. Crawl through here. You will be solving many puzzles in this game. It's a decent experience on Rog Ally. My partner climbing the wall, I'll just follow them. My partner is AI controlled. RAM usage is around 3.2 GB. You can always lower the settings to improve the base performance. You don't even need to use frame generation. Again, using frame generation is completely optional, but I'm not observing any graphical artifacts produced by XeSS frame gen. Much better visibility at the top. The wooden planks, oh my god, what was that in the background, a giant? I was saying the wooden planks produce some shimmering when using FSR 2 or XeSS 1.2 Upscaler. FSR 4 here is producing a very sharp looking image. That's it with the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.